Daughters are no longer being raised to be wives. Daughters are now being raised to be people, and that is pissing a lot of people off. Last week, Charlie Kirk was asked by a 14-year-old girl what she should focus on in college, and he told her finding a husband.
Some mothers aren't raising their sons to be husband. They are raising them to be their sons forever at the expense of their own marriages.
I watch my mom. She talks to JJ at the age that he is now differently than she talks to me at the age I was. Okay, people not gonna take care of you. You take care of yourself. Like, but then he's 18 and it's like still making his lunch.
Yeah, the difference between raising a daughter versus a son.
Like just generationally, like they just coddle men, stiff-arm the women. I guess. Like I don't know.
And when you're a woman from a young age, it's about, okay, what are you going to become? What are you going to do? What are you going to make of yourself? What are you going to achieve? Like, he's kind of just like the golden child. Like, oh, he's going to make it anyway. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to do much but be a man, and he'll be okay. But to be a woman, you have to be extraordinary at everything and overachieve and all that. So then a man don't get into a relationship or a situationship, and he don't feel like he needs to do anything but be there.
Yeah.
Like, men think it's purely their presence and their presence that
it ain't
that
always
they need to bring that part. It can be absent. Men think that that's all that they need to bring to a relationship. Well, women know what all they have to bring to the table. Major disconnect.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? Dating for women is like shopping, while dating for men is like a job interview that he's paying for.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
We feel like they're runner-ups and contestants.
So we have nothing but options because y'all would a tree if I had a vagina. So of course it's shopping for us, but for men it's a job interview because like y'all are so thirsty. We have to pick the right man. Like there's no demand for the supply. So of course we can go shopping for it because it's an abundance. But we are a lot more like coveted with our goodies. So that's why it's a job interview, because if you want to get in, you have to work for it.
If women have an abundance of choices, would women ever enter an arrangement where they weren't knowingly in control?
No.
So if women are the choosers, how are men the leaders?
Good question.
How can men lead if it's by women's terms?
I have no clue.
Are men leading when they subject themselves to rejection at a woman's discretion?
No.
So then why do we say that men are leaders when women are in control?
We want you guys to lead while we're still in control.
Thank you for being honest.
I saw this TikTok once, and the chick was saying, women and men, we are so different when it comes to dating, because women, we feel like we have to meet pre-qualifications before we date, but men do not. Men will date if they're homeless. Men will date jobless. Men will date carless. Men will date while within a relationship, while out of a relationship, while getting over a relationship, they will date. But women, we feel like we need to meet pre-qualifications, whereas men don't. And maybe that's the part that we disconnect at, and that's the part that pisses me off. Because it's like, don't come over here with that nonsense. Don't come over here with the nonsense, okay? Like, don't bother me with the nonsense.
82% of filing divorces is filed by a woman, not by a man.
Yes.
Only 18% by a man.
I think
but let me tell you
too.
one more thing. Women love idealistically and men love realistically. And the problem is that we love a woman way more than a woman loves us. So when we separate, we're in way more pain than what the actual woman herself. And now let me tell you exactly the reason why. Because when a man loves a woman, he loves her like she's his daughter. He looks after her, he protects her, he provides for her, he does everything for her. The woman loves him like her father. But in our nature, we are meant to lose a parent, but we're not meant or built to lose a child.
In order for a woman to be in her feminine energy, you have to give her the space to be a woman. Like, women are not the same way 24/7. Like, we are hormonally imbalanced during certain times of the month, and we really have like one good week of the month. Like, if you learn about the luteal phase, the follicle phase, like the different phases the woman goes through with her body, you'll have way more grace with her. So if you want your woman to feel safe with you, if you want your woman to feel like she has the space to express herself without it being seen as like, oh, you have an attitude, like, I'm telling you, stop putting that burden on your woman to be this fairy tale princess all the time. She's a human being, and on top of it, she's a human being who has hormonal imbalances, who fluctuates. Like, her hormones literally go up and down throughout the month. So like, the littlest things could stress her out. Women need more sleep than men. Women cannot, like, this is a man's world, and women cannot function the way men can function, and our nervous systems be regulated. Like, in order for our nervous systems to be regulated, we have to feel a certain level of safety in the relationships that we're in. Like, it has to be, the version of your woman that you're wanting is underneath that tough layer that she has to portray to the world. So if you want to be her safe space, you have to be her safe space. If you want to be her safe space, you have to give her space to express her emotions without matching her energy. Like, give masculine energy. Be like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like, how are you? Like, don't meet catty with catty and petty with petty. Like, I truly feel like masculine energy complements feminine energy, and feminine energy complements masculine energy. And I think that men have both feminine and masculine energy, and women have both masculine and feminine energy. So I think that, of course, you want your feminine energy to be heightened, but you still have a tad bit of the masculine if need be, and vice versa, the same for men. And I think in order to get the best version of a woman, like the really submissive version of a woman, absolutely have to be her safe space. You have to give her the freedom to express herself. You have to give her the freedom to have her hormonal imbalances, and you could check your woman without being catty and petty like a woman. Like, I really don't know what other terms to put it in, but if you find yourself raising your voice at a woman, getting in a woman's face, doing feminine things and not controlling, emotionally volatile men are the worst people to talk to. What do I mean by that? Emotionally volatile meaning you have no control over your reactions to things. So if your woman is disappointed about something, or she has an attitude, you can't control your emotions. You lash out because you don't like the fact that she has an attitude. If your woman makes a mistake or does something you actually told her not to do, instead of telling her like, hey, look, like, we had this conversation, being calm, you match that feminine energy with lack of emotional control, and then it escalates the situation. So if it has to balance out. Like two feminine energies are going to clash. You need the balance of a masculine and a feminine energy.
Millennial woman, I feel like I was raised to be a wife. I'm fully equipped. I feel like I check most of the boxes off. I am not perfect, but I feel like I was raised to be a wife in a generation full of men who barely even want girlfriends. What's going on?
Women, they complain about feminine men, but then you got to turn and blame women for that, because women are creating the men that women hate. They're raising their sons to be feminine, and they're raising their daughters to be hard.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look, they'll
finger snap
they'll treat their daughter like a nigga off the street, but then treat their son like they boyfriends.
This
like,
one doctor
it's kind of creepy.
You know what's funny about that? I actually just got on a family member about that.
They're loving their sons, and they're raising their daughters.
Bro, I swear to God, I know a lot of single moms.
I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not gonna say who. So if
you
ever see this, I don't give a fuck. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I had mentioned this to a family member because I'm family oriented to the point where I'll still call my mom mommy, and I'll still call my dad daddy.
Same.
And so I had recently called my dad, and I was like, hey daddy, I need this or something like that. And he was able to help me out. And this family member was around me and was like, oh, you still call your dad daddy? And I was like,
what do you call yours? Dad?
Right, that's what they mentioned. Like, oh, just call him dad. And I'm like, well, actually, I have two dads. I have my biological father. That's who I call dad. Then I have the man who raised me. I call him daddy. It's a different endearment, behind that word. Anyways, in my opinion, my personal experience. So, anywho, this person said that, and I just was like, well, you know what's weird? Since you're trying to tell me that's weird to call my dad daddy, you call your son daddy.
That's the weirdest shit.
And when they mention, oh, I don't do that, I'm like, you may not do that no more, but you did. And that's weird. That was always weird. It was never okay. I don't think it's okay.
Awkward.
It's almost like a father calling their daughter mommy. Like, why would you do that? Like, I just don't. Certain things in certain cultures, hey, do what you do. But me personally, in my household, I'm not. If I ever have, which I hope to, ever have a son, I'm not calling him daddy. I have a dad who I call daddy. And in this case, I did mention to this person, I was like, you you call somebody else daddy. You know what I mean? The nigga you fucking with. That's what I'm like in my mind. Like, cause that's where I've also heard that word from. I'm not about to call my son that.
Look,
No, I
ladies.
think that's really weird.
Stop dating your sons. I be seeing these posts on Instagram.
Say it
Women
louder.
are dating their sons. It's the weirdest, creepiest
Shit
ever. Like they're literally taking
And they get
photo
mad.
shoots, and it look like this they nigga for real, like this they man for real. Look, the absence of a man in your house, your son is not there to fill that void.
Stop telling
He's not
these-
your man.
Stop telling these young boys, these babies, that they're the men of the house, because they're not.
Right, you calling him king and all that, like, bro.
I mean, they
your
are
son is
kings.
not. No,
They're
he's not your
kings.
king.
My
He's
son
not
knows
your
he's a
king.
But he is a king.
He
No,
is
but he's
one.
not your king.
Yeah, for sure.
They're like, this is my king.
y'all put
No,
it
this
too
is your
much
prince.
on a baby.
You're raised.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be
Yeah, I like
raised
that
by a king to be a
for
king.
sure.
While a man is talking, you have to just give them, because that's what men do in conversation.
With
Each other. They do the grunt and nod. But women will interject constantly. And it's okay. It's easy for them to do that because they're multi-tracking. They can keep track of the whole conversation. But when you interject with a man, even if you're encouraging them or agreeing with them, it gets very confusing with them, and they stop and they kind of look at you like, shut the up. It's hilarious. Like, you really have to just be like, Men will not understand a woman sleeping a lot more than they do, or being a little more lazy, or not that all women are lazy at all, not by any means, but we have these times where we're very low energy, and even waking up early. All of this is based on timetables of a man's hormonal schedule throughout the day. But women have a much different schedule. So I think women are feeling a lot of guilt for not having the same timetable as a man.
The men and women have different brains, significantly.
Wildly so.
Wildly
so
different.
this whole thing about you can't put your gender on your medical forms is just insanely stupid, because gender matters. Like estrogen and testosterone, they matter when it comes to brain function. I published a study on 46,000 scans looking at the differences between male and female brains, and they're wild. Women have much better frontal lobes function, but much better blood flow to the front part of their brain.
Which makes them
good leaders. If you think of impulse control and collaboration and communication. And the one statistic that just hammers this home is who goes to jail? Men. 14 times more than women. But women get depressed twice as much as men because their limbic or emotional brain is much busier than the male brain. And that's why in every human society, women are primary caretakers for children. Women have a bigger nesting instinct. So I told you we moved recently, and moving is much harder on women in general than it is in men, because they feel like they lose their nest and they have to redo their nest. And I was an Army psychiatrist for 7 years, and I used to always tell the guys, I'm like, when you move, you stay home and help her put the house together, because she's going to be way happier for you.
There's a difference between guys' nights and girls' nights. He's like, when girls go out to like the bar, like they're genuinely excited to just like dance with their girlfriends.
Yes.
And like have a cute cocktail and take pictures.
That's mostly what girls go out for. It's like to take a cute picture and a cute dress.
Literally.
Like we literally want to just go to dinner, just get cute drinks, wear a cute dress, take cute pictures, and really go home.
Yeah.
But guys just want to go there and like look for girls. To be honest, they go like, what do 2-3 single guys go out at night for? Like literally, for what? To get, I'm gonna say it, bitches. That's what they go out for. Like, what? Well, what do you think they do? Like, what do you think they do? They go out for what?
Literally just stare into each other's eyes and unpack their childhood
hold each
trauma.
other's hand. No, they're going out.
And sing Hakuna Matata. But no.
This is what I find to be the biggest disconnect in men and women dating. Based off of my research as a single lover girl, as we know the saying, women pick the right person, men pick the right time. And that is extremely true. And even below that layer is the overarching message of men choose with logic and women choose or lead with emotion. So, of course, men and women dating is a mess, especially when we have an emotionally detached man who can't understand or know what it feels like to feel that's the right person. This is something that I should not lead with logic with. And then we have a woman who is leading too much with emotion. That's when you find yourself in scenarios where you're attaching to somebody who isn't right for you. And we're not looking at the logical aspects. We're not looking at the facts right in front of us. Based off of my non-expert opinion, it is usually the women who are able to detach just a little bit and not lead with so much emotion who have the most success in dating. And it's usually the men who are more in touch with their feelings who has success in finding the partner who might not make sense logically. Maybe they're extremely busy with work, whatever it is. They end up happier with that partner because they chose them and they decide to put logic aside just for a little bit and then build with somebody. I think to successfully date a man as a woman, you have to think a little bit like a man. And for a man to successfully date a woman, they have to think a little bit like a woman and cater to that side of them. It's not a game. It's just not trying to be on either end of the extreme of the spectrum.
Men versus women. Interesting psychological facts about men and women. Men often make more extreme decisions than women. Men are attracted to women with high-pitched voices. Men who kiss their wives before they go to work live 5 years longer and earn 20 to 30% more than men who don't. The average man loses interest 6 minutes after talking to his romantic partner, but listens to his male friend for 15 minutes when talking about sports. Men's attachment to their partner depends on whether their partner meets their ideal partner expectations. Men touch their face when they're nervous, and when women are nervous, they touch their neck, their jewelry, or their hair. Passive behavior in men can result from childhood trauma that could have been by a controlling mother or an absent father. Women are better at multitasking than men. Men take more financial risks than women. Women have a stronger sense of smell than men. Women are more prone to anxiety and depression than men. Men's brains focus on specific tasks, while women's brains are more interconnected. Men have better spatial awareness and navigational skills. Men are more likely to struggle with identifying and expressing emotion. It's called alexithymia. Women are more empathetic and better at reading emotions. Men are more visually stimulated than women. Women remember names and faces better than men. Women seek social support during stress, while men tend to want to be alone and need isolation. They tend to withdraw and solve problems by themselves. Men experience more cognitive decline with age than women. Anywho, love you.
In many ways, men date very differently from women. I think they actually date a lot better than women because they are not attached to any given outcome at the outset. You are on that date with him because he saw you, thought you were attractive enough, and decided that he wanted to get to know you on that basis. That is literally why you're on the date, okay? There are exceptions where he sees you and he's like, oh my gosh, she's it, she's the one. That happens and it's great, but more often than not, that's not the case if you're going on a first date. So as he's getting to know you, he's genuinely just trying to figure out, is this a girl that I'm compatible with? Do I like her? Is she annoying? And also part of his calculus is, can I realistically make her happy? Sometimes the guy gets to know you and decides that for whatever reason, those boxes aren't checked for him. It doesn't make him a bad guy. It doesn't make you undesirable or not a catch. It just means the two of you are not compatible. Because men are less attached to a given outcome, he's not projecting his fantasy onto you the same way a lot of women project their fantasy onto the men that they date. So he's actually just seeing you through the lens of who you're probably presenting yourself to be, who you are. And he may decide in that process of getting to know who you are that you're not for him. The key to dating well as a woman is to begin to adopt that mindset. Stop being attached to a certain outcome. Start asking about his values. Are you guys compatible in the ways that matter?
Men don't love like that. Stop trying to make a man be like the woman. He can't be. You don't see men running around trying to make a woman be like a man because she can't. But y'all want to make him like y'all. It won't work. You want to make him love like y'all love, act like y'all act, be like y'all be, do like y'all do. A man can't do it like that. And the problem is, most of y'all grew up in homes and you ain't never seen how a man act. You never seen how a man respond to nothing. And so you out there thinking you understand and you know just based off of what TikTok's saying and men on TikTok saying and everybody saying, you have no idea. Sit down, be quiet, and let the man that truly loves you love you. Not based on your terms, on his. He know what he doing. Stop trying to control him or manipulate him to be like you. No, we're two different beings. And if you really want a success in your relationship, let the man be the man. And if he love you, he'll sacrifice for you. That's a fact. If he don't, he won't. He won't do like what I'm doing. He won't get up without you. You don't have to push me to get out of bed. I'm just gonna get up anyway. Why? Because I got work to do. Why? Because I got sacrifices to make. There are obligations that I'm not running from. That's why. Women, you're different. You're different. Men are different. It's just different. There's nothing you can do to change it.
Are you saying all men are the same?
We're different. I didn't say all men are the same. I said men are different from women. And I tell you that when a man loves, there is sacrifice in it. If he don't, there's no sacrifice. If the man is, you got to push him out the bed, beg him to go to the job, that nigga don't love you. Because when he love for real, oh, he going hard. The problem is, y'all don't know, because you ain't never seen it. Your mama raised you by herself. Her mama raised her by herself. And all y'all just going out together, all y'all see is a bunch of women. You don't really see how men interact. And so when you hear a man tell you how men love each other, oh, he this, he that. But no. Men bond different. Our stuff is, because we can't turn our love on and off like a woman. I remember my dad told me that. How a woman can love you today, and tomorrow it's like she don't even know you no more. I don't know how that is, because I'm a man. So I don't even try to think like that, because I'm not like that. There's no way I can be like that. It's not in me. My analogy of that is men love like cement. When you first pour cement, it's soft and runny. They put up a containment wall around it, holds it in place. Over time, it just gets hard and hard and hard and hard and hard. Eventually, it gets so hard, you need a doggone wrecking crane to break it. And even that, it still stick together. But a woman, she don't love like that. Her love is different. She loves like water. It evaporates over time.
I think you get that from your first love. You think you puppy love. And then everybody's young, so the young woman moves on. And you use that experience to attain it to all of your experiences as you grow up into adulthood. That women don't love like men. Our love is temporary, whatever you said. Because
I didn't say temporary, I say it's different. That's why when the scripture talks about the woman, it says, women, submit to your husband. But it tells men to love their wives. Because women, they have to choose to love or submit. A man, when we love, it's just love. It is what it is. There's no change.
A woman would love a man based on how he treats her. She would treat him. Yeah, so I mean, that's a person. That's a human being.
Regardless of how she treat him, if he love her, trust me, when a man love a woman, that woman can do all kinds of stuff. He gonna still love her. You believe me? This is why a man's heartbreak, you can't even fathom the heartbreak of a man when he loves a woman and she breaks his heart. A lot of men, matter of fact, most men never recover. Look at your daddy. Never recovered. Still to this day, in love with your mom. Never recovered. Never. And that's a lot of men. They don't recover. But women do. All she need is she go and she go through her little stuff what she go through, and she has sex with another man, and if he good to her, boom, that nigga is done. It's over. She'll never look back again. She'll suck her teeth before she go back to that. Because in her mind, I moved on. Well, the sad thing about it is no woman was designed to have sex with more than one man. So that's the problem, because now she done got imprinted by more men. I'll just say it like this. We got it all messed up because we don't want to do it God's way. That's it. I'm done.
I love my husband, but I don't trust my husband. And he knows that. Every man is one stupid mistake away from exploding his whole life.
Don't you think that every woman is also one
No,
stupid mistake?
I think we cheat, but we meant to do it. Like, we'll have premeditated affairs. We've already been in love with him for 18 months. I think a respectable husband and father can leave the house one day with good
And
intentions.
meet a brand new person they didn't know existed.
Slip into a sex worker, like, I just don't trust them, any of them.
Interesting.
I think 20 years from now, having a dick will qualify you for disability insurance. I'm in a good marriage. I don't know how I landed on that. And I tell people I'm in my 5th and final year of marriage. My husband goes, are you? Yeah, maybe.
Has he ever betrayed you?
When we were younger, he did. So he was my high school boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he split up with me at the prom.
Oh.
And I didn't even think someone could break your heart whilst you were wearing a tiara, but he did it to the song Lady in Red. And
what an asshole.
He kissed other girls. He was a child, he was like 17.
It's forever.
But I do believe, I haven't let him forget.
Unforgiving.
Have you seen a man go back to a woman who's cheated on him?
It's more rare.
Yeah.
But that's because when a man finds out a woman cheated, his question is, did you have sex with him?
Mm.
When a woman finds out her husband cheated, her question is, are you in love with her?
Mm.
And that tells you pretty much everything you need to know. Because the man, it's like, you touched my property and you've ruined it. Whereas with a woman, it's, wait, you chose her over me. And why did you choose her over me? Is she better than me? Why is she better than me? And that's where a lot of that anger comes from.
Your child is going to be someone's husband or wife one day. So the responsibility on your shoulders is bigger than you actually think or even realize. Look, today I want to talk to parents, and I want you to think about something deeply. If we want healthy families tomorrow, it means we need to raise our sons and daughters differently today. For our sons, we need to stop focusing only on money, status, or strength. We need to teach them emotional intelligence, responsibility, and leadership with mercy. Even cooking and cleaning, as these are life skills. A husband isn't meant to control his wife. He's meant to guide her, protect her, and provide with wisdom and compassion. We need to raise boys who know how to pray, how to earn halal, and how to respect women, and how to carry themselves with dignity. As for our daughters, don't only push education and careers while neglecting their femininity and sense of self-worth. Raise girls who know that their value isn't in likes or looks on social media, but in their character, their haya, and their connection with Allah. Teach them financial discipline, communication skills, and emotional strength, so that they can become confident women, loving wives, and nurturing mothers, without falling into the trap of believing that femininity is weakness or that men are the enemy. We don't need gender wars. As parents, you need to be present and active in the lives of your children. It's very important. This will help develop their confidence, self-worth, identity, and values. And for both boys and girls, we need to teach them balance. Look, the world that we live in today, it's pulling our children to the various different extremes. It can be a liberal mindset that strips away modesty, haya, and family values, or toxic feminism that blames men for everything, or even red pill culture that teaches boys to hate women. All of these ideas are destroying the foundation of healthy marriages way before they even begin. Our deen gives the middle path, the path of balance. Islam teaches education and success, but with responsibility to Allah first. So raise sons who can lead with mercy and daughters who can support with strength. It's a teamwork. Raise them to be grounded in deen, but skilled for the dunya and values that promote a family system. Because if we fail to raise them with balance, then the next generation will inherit confusion, broken homes, and weak iman. But if we succeed, inshallah, then we raise husbands and wives who know how to love, how to lead, how to sacrifice, and how to build legacies, inshallah. So, don't just raise kids, raise the future of the ummah. And that starts in your home with what you teach your sons and daughters every single day. Take care. Salams.